What is going on, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? It is your host, Galadon. Thank you so much for stopping by. That's right, today we are featuring P.E.K.K.A. Bobat and the fact that it can crush just about any base. Now, specifically, I've been asked, Galadon, I see you doing P.E.K.K.A. Bobat all the time against single-target Infernos. How does it work against multi-target Infernos? And let me tell you, it's not easy, but... and it's a big but. It can be done, and we're going to do it today. We're going to break down, in the next attack, we're going to take it and break it down step by step, exactly what I look for in P.E.K.K.A. Bobat. Now, also, in the settings where you can scroll down in more settings and support your favorite creator, including me, Galadon, if you want to. But did you know that it expires every 7 days as it is right now? So yes, it actually will disappear if you don't go back in the next week and refresh it. So if you have a chance, if you could, or just maybe remember before you make a gem purchase or a real dollar purchase to put my name in there, that would be greatly appreciated. And yes, I do give back to the community every single month, so make sure you stay tuned for that. We haven't even been doing it a month yet, so I honestly don't know if I'm gonna get a dollar from this whole program, but we'll see. It's supposed to give 5% of what you spend roughly to the creator. So we'll see what happens, you know? It takes a village, right? It could work, it could happen, and if it does, I'm definitely giving back big time to you guys. So yes, okay, we kind of skipped through this first attack. It was one of many, and the timing was pretty good. Notice even the Ice Golem didn't pop, and that's usually pretty critical. But on this next attack, we will break it down, and I'll show you exactly what I'm looking for in every single P.E.K.K.A. Bobat attack, because obviously, if you're using this in Legend League or in farming, you never have the opportunity to choose which base you're going to attack. So while yes, of course, we're hoping for single target Infernos, because that's kind of like a gimme 3-star, we can also do it with multis. So let's break it down right here and freeze the frame and take a closer look at this kind of unusual base. Top of the screen, notice the wizard towers. There's 1, 2, 3 wizard towers near the town hall, and of course we've got that multi-target Inferno as well. All of those are going to be handled by the P.E.K.K.A. Smash Heroes portion, and probably this wizard tower right here as well. So what that leaves is the bats to come in from the far left hand side, go after that multi-target Inferno and use the first freeze spell. Now the top of the base has been kind of cleared out by now, so we anticipate the bats will move down near the Eagle Artillery, and the second free spell goes on the multi-target Inferno. We watch for the bats to move up towards that last wizard tower and the last free spell if needed, but at this point we're kind of hoping that the entry squad, the heroes, did make it over there and grab that one as well. Now this doesn't always work out as planned, but let's resume the raid and take a look at exactly how it did unfold. Now, of course, there's a lot of high hit point structures at the top. It makes funneling a little bit of a challenge, and you know that Galadon is, well, let's just admit it, funneling challenged to begin with. So I usually start out with a P.E.K.K.A. and a couple of bowlers, maybe a wizard. Sure enough, that works out relatively well, and now we've got somewhat of a sloppy funnel going right here. We send in the Ice Golem, the Siege Machine, the heroes, the bowlers, everybody rolling in, and of course the P.E.K.K.A.s and the healers, hoping that they get in after that town hall. And just as planned so far, you can see the wizard towers occupied going down, Archer Queen of course as well, multi-target Inferno out of there, and the town hall is about to be a distant memory. Notice the wizard tower that we were hoping to engage that's near the first multi-target Inferno is not down yet, but that's kind of what we're waiting for right here. We're hoping somebody comes down outside that enclosure from where the town hall was, and there it is, distracts the wizard tower. So in come the bats. I threw in an Ice Golem at the bottom. Usually that's to try to get to a wizard tower, obviously not one in range there. But the first free spell becomes the first 2 free spells because I dropped the first one too early. So now we're really hoping that last wizard tower gets occupied before we get down there. Now we have to freeze the multi-target Inferno. The bats have gone after the Eagle. That was great. There goes the multi-target Inferno just in time. And there goes the Archer Queen taking out the last wizard tower. That, okay, let's call that a little bit of luck as far as timing, or I don't know, maybe I'm just that good. I don't know, either way it does work out, and bats almost never have a problem with time simply because they buzz through everything except for storages, and we wiped out all of those key storages at the top of the base with the entry team. So with plenty of time left, this one works out and we pick up a Legend League 3-star against a fully maxed out base. So feeling pretty good. Even against multi-target Infernos, this strategy seems to work. So the next base we are going to break down similarly. Remember now, this is one of the most common bases out there, so much easier to break down than the first base, but it's a similar path. So again, look at the top of the base where we're going to move in with that kill squad after a little bit of funneling and take out the wizard tower, the multi-target Inferno. We're hoping this wizard tower kind of down this alley will be at least distracted if not destroyed. Then the kill squad moves in after the town hall, the second multi-target Inferno up there, and then the far wizard tower. That leaves the pathway of the bats to come in again from 9 o'clock, sweep down towards the bottom of the base as that top has been funneled out. You've got the wizard tower for spell number 1, the multi-target Inferno right in the middle below the Eagle Artillery for free spell number 2, and then finally free spell number 3 on the right-hand side wizard tower, and it's a 3-star. Okay, it looks that easy, doesn't always work out that well. Let's get into the attack. Obviously, this one did work out pretty well, and this is, again, a common base, so it's very often that we can use a similar strategy even if they are single or multi-target Infernos or the wizard towers are in different places. So again, we start out with some fundamental funneling. You can see that again, we're faced with the high hit point storages up here. And of course, we've got the king and the queen nearby. So I drop the king up here, expecting Teslas, knowing we're going to have to face off with a defending Barb King as well. And then as fast as I can, everybody else comes spamming in as we've kind of figured out where they're going to path. And again, we're crossing our fingers, hoping some of these bowlers wander down that alley and hit that wizard tower, at least distracting it, if not destroying it. And so far so good, it's kind of working out. You can see everybody kind of heading towards that town hall as well. Now we've got that extra ice golem, so watch for that ice golem to move in, and it could save us a freeze spell as we work through that bottom of the base with the bats. Now as the town hall goes down, there is the ice golem at the very bottom left corner of your screen, and sure enough, it is going to pick up the wizard tower. And no, yes, it is. Okay, it was out of range for a second, and then it came back. So now we know, hey, we don't have to use a freeze spell right here. In go the bats. They take out the wizard tower easily. Now we've got the freeze conveniently on the multi-target Inferno and the Eagle at the same time, and it turned out we needed 2 as it took a while for the bats to move in, so it always works out to be a little bit lucky. As they drill through that, we drop the last wizard tower freeze spell, and it also catches an archer tower just to save us a couple of bats. And you can see the heroes did their job at the top of the screen. They've cleared out the entire top corner of the base, and the last wizard tower, you can see that at least would have been distracted, if not destroyed. Now the bats can go on their merry way, get through the rest of the defenses, easy, and there you go. Plenty of time left, and the bats are going to wipe everything out. Cleanup troops on an attack like this aren't nearly as important because of the speed of the bats. Almost any other 3-star attack strategy is going to need you to save troops in reserve. Wizards or archers or minions to clean up behind your hog riders, your miners, even a lava loon attack needs something to help clean up. Right here, the bats almost never stall out. Again, storages do slow them down a bit. Other than that, they buzz through everything, and we pick up another easy 3-star. The base obviously far from maxed out, but still a pretty good example of how to deal with it. And then check out this base. Look familiar? Yes, it's kind of like the last base, turned on its side, but then again, notice the multi-target Infernos, all 3 well protected in the core of this base. So again, you can look at the same approach, this time coming from the top left. Yes, I am left-handed. So you'll notice, like I've talked about in other episodes, that does happen a lot. Players tend to attack with whatever hand is dominant. I come in from the left-hand side, again, trying to get in and get as much distracted or destroyed as possible. And then watch on the right-hand side of the base, near the top, as we've got that one lone wizard tower up there all by itself. So that, a bit of a concern until the ice golem rolls right in and it's taken care of. Completely occupied. Now we can go in. We're saving a free spell right there, and check out the base. No more wizard towers on the right-hand side for a long, long time. We only have to worry about the multi-target Inferno, and yes, we can freeze 3 defenses at once. So with this, we can freeze more than one time here and not worry about it because everybody else has gotten every single wizard tower down. All 3 freeze spells end up right there, and at the bottom of your screen, the last wizard tower never knows what hit it as the bats come in from behind, wipe it out, and guarantee the 3-star. The ice golem did its job at the top of the base, temporarily distracting the first wizard tower and setting in motion a huge wave of bats that were not going to be stopped. So notice the king is still up. The P.E.K.K.A.s, we did a lot more damage through the core of this base with a lot less. So we've got more cleanup troops this time. But again, don't need to really worry about it because even a few bats are going to buzz through buildings like a chainsaw. So yes, as this attack wraps up, what I can tell you from all my practice with P.E.K.K.A. Bow Bat is it seems super strong, but it's like any other attack strategy. It requires a lot of practice. Specifically, the timing of the freeze spells is critical, and being able to break down a base in 30 seconds or so and know exactly where you're going to hit, where you're going to path your bats, and what is going to take out the town hall and occupy the wizard towers. All right, you guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode, but thank you so much for sticking around all the way to the end. You are the true Gala fam. I appreciate every last one of you. Now get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, be kind to people, animals, and easy on the planet, and I hope to see you all back here again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.